Hello everybody, it is All Night is Bony time, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Now, it's been a while since I've recorded for this series, and last recording, there was a significant problem with frame drops. I didn't notice until after I had uploaded the video, so I apologize for that. And I've been fiddling around with the settings for any chance I get to try to find ways to make it so we don't have that problem, and unfortunately, I've had to drop 60 to 30 frames in order to get it to work. I don't know what happened. I used to be able to record in 60, no problems. I don't know if it's the age of my laptop, or just to the fact that the last update may have done some graphical improvements to the game. I have turned VSync off, I've tried everything, but maybe the increase in graphics has caused an issue. It's only when things are like moving around that there really is a problem. But I want to continue the series, I want to keep playing these games, and unfortunately this is the only way I'm going to be able to continue this series. So I sincerely apologize if that bothers you in any way. But it's the sacrifice I have had to make. Now, I believe when we last left off, we finished off in the Kudain village. And now we're talking here to Mia. I believe we already talked to her, yes. We basically have to present the Amagatama to her. Sorry if I forget any voices, it's been a while. The murderer. Phoenix, you think I'm hiding information about someone from you? Isn't that right? Yes. Alright then, tell me who you think I'm protecting. Profiles, sorry, I forgot how to play for a second. I think you're trying to protect this person? Phoenix, don't let me down like this. I'm sorry. Maya's life is on the line. Concentrate harder. Okay, never mind. That's wrong. Okay. So, have you gathered your thoughts? Alright, then tell me. Who do you think I'm protecting? It's Morgan. I thought it was Maya. Once again, it's been a while, okay? Morgan Fay? Morgan Fay, of course. There's no one else you would protect like this, Mia. Well done, but... Well, the murder was being committed. My aunt was outside with everyone else, which means she already has an alibi. That's true. Show me some evidence that would cast suspicions onto my aunt. It is, of course, the cloth. Because that could not have gotten in there. The proof is this piece of cloth. I found it in the incinerator, near the Winding Way. It's the same material as Maya's costume, except for the splotch of blood. You mean it's from Maya's costume that she was wearing at the time of the murder? Yes. But when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. That just means someone changed her clothes. Changed her clothes? But why? I don't know why. But there's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya. My aunt. What's that look mean? Your argument is too flimsy. Huh? You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume. But this blood. And do you know whose blood that is at this point in time? You don't, do you? Do you have any proof that piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? The key. 'Cause there's the key! I think this is the proof you're looking for. The key to the channeling chamber? Huh? At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had possession of this key, and yet, somehow, it magically ended up in the incinerator in the center garden. You're right. And this is what Maya said. While I was channeling, the key was sitting inside my sleeve. And both this key and the piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was part of Maya's costume. It would certainly seem that way. Someone changed her into a different set of clothes, and then burned the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. There's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. Exactly. You did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yeah, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this for me, but I want to know. If my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder? How she did it, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, who or what did she need? Eeny miny. Eeny miny. She's the answer to the final question, which means that my aunt and Eeny miny were in cahoots. Okay, at least once you've successfully done it. Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. The person who would have to know a lot about Fay Manor and the village itself to do this. Morgan already has an alibi, yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. We can assume that Eeny Miny is involved somehow, but we have one big problem on our hands. A problem? With what? We don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Eeny. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh? Then there's only one possibility. Huh? Think about it, Phoenix. Why would my aunt do something like this? And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because... Mother. She is the one who holds the key to this. Mother? Whose? Mine? Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Misty Fay. Me and Maya's mother. Why would she bring her up now? Now then, looks like we've gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief. We won't lose. Here's which I wish I ended, but did not. But, there we go, everybody. Let's go. It is the trial time. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me? Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. But Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright. I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you to your alone time. Phew, thank goodness. Nick? This way. Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fay. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I look forward to tonight's news with great God, I haven't done this. With great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the protege who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Sorry, guys. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Conrad. Glad to see you in such good spirits today, Miss Fay. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes, and this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave that room at one point. Leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Conrad, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying, then, that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that it wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. God, I forgot the voice I did. Crap. My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? Yeah, I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is. Yes, that is. Yo, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. But world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, Valp in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order! 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 Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and into the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Alrighty. Why'd you do that? Was it really necessary to have two people doing something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At the time, I myself was a little confused, on top of which there was another. Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. Hold it! During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however... Objection! The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? So, you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? Well, pray tell, did you? Oh! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Jesus. So much stumbling over that bit. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. But you're physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically in my affair. God. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however... Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. Good sir? That's true. Then how can you know for sure the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that the witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? Means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. What I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after after leaving the channeling chamber. Yes, that is exactly what I... Ah! Be quiet, you. Now, sir, what the escape had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Money, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Money? You can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, like, Inimani. I'm, like, researching, like, parapsychology stuff at the, university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. And if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Minor. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess if that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of the channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is a witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie? She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. Can't believe that a spirit would go so far to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now. Was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia! What do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out a more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holy! Something terrible. What was this thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? A foolishly fool with a foolish seed for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I hear that story again? I'm sorry, but could I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, like, tell it all spooky-like for you. Oh, shit. I didn't know it was gonna replay the entire thing. No. I'm not reading it again. It's not happening. Like, how was that? It's a little scary. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll, like, put too much spookiness into it? No, there has to be something. But can I use? But where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. I totally just wasted so much time doing that. Didn't I just tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? Okay, yeah, okay. Excuse me, princess. Don't bother asking. Okay. I did just hear the story. It's not like my memory is that bad. Actually, the defense is fine. It does not need to hear the story again. Very well, you may continue your testimony, Miss Miney. I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly one step at a time. He's bound to slip somewhere. Don't give up. Don't get careless, okay? Stay calm and collected. Oh, okay. I'm dumb. I'm dumb as fuck. I thought I was pressing the 4 statement, I was pressing the 5th. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? Oh, God. But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult, but I, like, know all about the Korean channeling technique? The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But, ow! Don't keep badgering, huh? You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? It's very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright, Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. That was a very well-spun lie, Miss Seeley. Well, what are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, but I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a closer look at this picture. Look at this photograph! This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. It's a blood spray. Miss Minor, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order, Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. That really? And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness. The personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up, this is a testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. Well, I am so sorry. I don't remember how to get to the settings. Okay, well, I can't finish it right here. Yeah, escape options. Alright. We are at time, so that is where we're going to draw this episode to a close. Now, there shouldn't be any more issues with recording, hopefully, and there was at no time did I notice any problems during, so we should hopefully be back on the good side, though the quality of the video may lower a bit due to it. But, here we are. So, we're doing our best to unravel the lies of Miss Eenie Miney, and we will do that next time. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Boney Time for more content, especially more Ace Attorney Justice for All. Also, please make sure to share this video far and wide so we get as many eyes on this series as possible. I will see you again one day.